Hi, my name is Reese, and in this video, I'm going to review this new portable power station from Growatt. This is called the VITA 550. I want to go over the pros and cons, tell you what I think about it, in case this is something you're interested in getting. Now, Growatt is new to the market of portable power stations, but they're well known out there as one of the biggest solar inverter companies in the world, and so they want to bring their brand and their expertise to this market. Now, full disclosure, Growatt did send this unit to me for review, but as always, everything in this video is my own opinion. Okay, let's start with a tour of the exterior on this unit. In case you don't know what this is a portable battery unit. It has 538 watt hours of capacity, and it can output AC power and DC power. It's got 3 USB-A ports, 1 USB-C 100 watt power delivery port over here. It's got a 12 volt car port up here and 2 12 volt barrel ports. Each of these sections has a toggle switch on it, so you can turn it on and off, and you can turn the AC inverter on and off, and then the 12 volt port on and off. It's got a nice screen here that has 2 different colors on it that shows you the state of charge. You can see I've got the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi connected. It shows the input and output wattages. So you get all the information that you need on this screen. It also has a light over here that you can turn on. And I actually found this pretty handy because I had taken this to my parents and there weren't any outlets nearby the bed that I was staying at, and I often needed a light to see what I was doing because I wasn't near a light switch. This actually came in handy. So you can use this for camping or whatever, and of course it has that SOS mode. This is a portable device. It has this handle here that you can carry it around, and I actually like this handle because on the back side here you can see it has these 2 kind of silicone stoppers, and when you have this down like that, the handle doesn't like fall off. It doesn't rattle around, and at the same time it's not hard to get it up, so it's easy to just lift it up and carry it around. On the top here we have a nice silicone border and a wireless charging pad, and this is one of the best wireless charging pads that I have ever used in a portable power station. I have an iPhone 13 Pro. It has a big bump on it, and I just have to get it anywhere near this printed circle here and it will start charging. And the reason for that is that there are 3 separate charging coils underneath this plastic cover, and if you're interested in looking at what is inside of this unit and even those charging coils, you can check out a video I did where I tore this apart. I'll put the link in the description below. So all of the outputs are on the front and the top. The inputs are on the side down here under this flap. You can see there's an AC wall input and there's an XT60 input. This is for charging by solar panels or from your car's 12 volt port. I'll show you those cables in a minute. And there's also a switch down here to charge at full speed through the AC, which is about 500 watts, or you can turn that off and charge at half speed, which is about 250 watts. The VITA is very portable, and on my scale it clocks in at a little over 18 pounds. And you don't have to have any worries about the batteries losing their capacity anytime soon. Inside of here are lithium iron phosphate batteries. They have a very long cycle life. They can be used up to 3,000 cycles, like all the way up to 100%, down to 0, and back again. That's one full cycle, 3,000 cycles, until the battery capacity goes down a little bit to about 80% capacity. So super long lasting batteries. As for the outputs on the VITA, they performed as stated, and in some cases even better than what was stated. For example, the VITA is rated at 600 watts continuous output on the AC circuit, but I was easily able to get 630 watts of continuous output without a voltage drop. The USB-C port had no problem outputting 100 watts or even a little more sometimes when my laptop demanded it. And the 12 volt car port, which actually measures at 13.1 volts, which is supposed to power our mini fridge for a whole day. In terms of AC output efficiency, which is the ratio between how much power actually comes out of the AC port versus the stated battery capacity, which in this case is 538 watt hours, I was typically getting a ratio of about 85 to 86%, which is pretty good. Okay, let's talk about charging. The VITA comes with 3 separate charging cables. One's for solar, one is for your car, and one is for a wall outlet. The connector on the end of the solar cable is an MC4 connector, very common solar panel connector. I'm using a 200 watt Growatt panel right here to charge the device. You can see I'm making about 160 watts. Now you don't have to use a Growatt solar panel. You can use any solar panel that you want with the VITA. It can handle up to 240 watts of solar input. When you're charging by wall AC, AC at the fastest rate, you can expect to go from 0 to 100% in about an hour and a half, which is less than what their marketing materials say, which says it should take about 1.6 hours. Now, in terms of AC wall charging, there's one thing that the VITA is missing. It may not be a big deal to you, it's not a big deal to me, but it does not have pass-through AC charging. Now, what that means is, right here I have it plugged into the wall, and you can see here, I am able to run a DC output. I don't know if you can see the little screen there, but right here, you can't see that the AC is on, and it won't even let me select it. So it can charge the batteries through the AC, and then it convert the AC to DC power, but it cannot pass that AC through to these outlets. And now with the wall AC unplugged, you can see I can turn on the inverter, and it does indeed output power. The VITA can communicate with the Growatt app either locally over Bluetooth or over the internet with Wi-Fi. And here you can see all the relevant data, including the state of charge and even the internal battery temperature. Along the side here, you have a toggle switch for about everything, including the light. Under settings, you can change all these parameters, and probably the most important is that you can do a firmware update with a touch of a button, and you can see here I'm up to date. So overall, what are some final thoughts? I really like this portable power station. It works really well. It's not too noisy. The fans only really kick on when it's getting really hot, when you're discharging at a super high rate, or if you're charging at a large rate, the fans will kick on, but I didn't find them too loud. This is a portable power station, which I mentioned that because these AC outlets do not have that pass-through AC function. So this is really targeted towards those that are going to use this, outside of the home in a portable situation. I also wish that I had more than one USB-C port because I have plenty of devices that charge with USB-C. But overall, a solid machine, looks cool. Check the video description for any latest prices or deals, and let me know if you have any questions.